Assalamu alaikum. I am Asraf Islam from the Department of CSE, Northern University, Bangladesh. The last four digits of my ID is 1142. At first, take a look at our project interface, and this is how it looks. The key objectives are enabling users to log and categorize transactions. It provides real-time summaries of financial status, visualize spending patterns through interactive charts, allow budget category management with spending limits. Now let me briefly explain the index.html file. At first, what is index.html? This file is the front end or face of the app. It shows users everything on the screen, like buttons, table, charts, and forms, etc. But it doesn't do the logic operation like saving data or switching months. That part is handled by script.js. The first line declares the document is using HTML5. The head section. Head section sets up the page. It shows monthly budget planner in the browser tab, makes the text look nice, and adds icons like trash, wallet, arrows, etc. Then the body section. Everything we see on the screen is a part of body section. The header. Header is the top navigation. It has our logo, a menu bar with links, dashboard, transaction, budget reports, etc. Dashboard. Dashboard has a month selector buttons. By these buttons, we can switch between months. It's controlled by JavaScript using previous month, next month, and current month. The dashboard section shows the month and summary. What we see here, we see a month selector buttons like June 2023. We can switch between months by clicking this. It's controlled by JavaScript using previous month, next month, and current month. It has three summary cards. These are income, expenses, balance. Each card has an amount and a progress bar. JavaScript updates these values every time we add and delete something. To visualize charts, we are using chart.js. There is two charts, one is income versus expense and the other is expense split by category. Then comes the transaction section. This shows table with headings like date, description, category, amount, action, etc. Transaction body is dynamically filled by JavaScript, and filter button triggers a filter feature. Then comes the budget section. This section add a category button, and JavaScript fills this with category cards from API. Data comes from API service dot get categories and load categories in JavaScript. Footer. Footer contains navigation links, social icons, and dynamic copyright. Then comes the models or pop-ups. Transaction model. Transaction model collects date, description, type, category, amount. It shows error message under each input if invalid. Submitted to API service dot add transaction by JavaScript. Then comes the category model. Category model collects name, icon, budget, etc. It is also submitted by JavaScript. Script at the bottom. This file handles all actions, adding transaction, switching months, deleting, etc. Get data from server, transactions, categories. Update the table, charts, summary charts. This is all for index.html.
Assalamu alaikum. This is a simple web application that allows users to track their budget. In this project, we have used HTML, CSS and JavaScript to build the front-end part. We have also used an API to store the user's data on a server. This means when a user adds income or expense, the data is saved and can be retrieved later. The core feature of this app included adding new transactions like income or expenses, viewing a list of transactions, deleting a transaction if needed. This helps the user manage their daily expenses in a simple and effective way. Through this project, we learn how to handle API in JavaScript, update the user interface dynamically, and manage data using HTTP requests. Thanks for listening.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Suma Islam. My ID is 1081 and I'm a team member of Group 40. Our project is monthly budget planner and my part is Style CSS. The main purpose of my part is to provide consistent, professional and responsive styling for header and navigation, dashboard summary cards, transition tables, budget categories, charts, footer and model windows. For this, I used some CSS techniques, like for theming, I used CSS variables. For layout, I used Flexbox and Grid. For mobile support, I used media queries. For reusability, I used utility classes. Like for interactivity, I used hover states and transitions. For models and forms, I used custom model plus input styling. For visual feedback, I used colors, progress bar, and hover effects. And this is for my part. My fellow members will explain the other parts.
Hello everyone, I am MD Jahid Hossain Tawrat from Group 40 Section 6E. The last 4 digit of my ID is 1152. Our project is on monthly budget planner and I will explaining the backend and database part of our monthly budget planner. We use Node.js with Express.js framework to build our backend server and SQLite as our database since it's lightweight and perfect for local storage needs. All our backend code is in the server.js file and dependencies are managed using the package.json file. In the package.json, we are define essential packages like expressing for setting up the server, course for handling cross-origin requests, body parser to parse incoming JSON, and SQLite to interact with the database. We also used NodeMon as a development dependency to auto-restart the server during code changes. In server.js, we start by importing the required modules and setting up middleware. We then establish a connection to the budget.db database. We use the dbrun function to ensure that a transaction table is created if it doesn't already exist. We also created different API endpoints to handle database operation. Each query includes proper error handling using a helper function so the server responds clearly in case of issues. In short, our backend handles all data flow between the frontend and database efficiently, ensuring smooth budget tracking for users. Thank you so much.